Hello everyone. Today I want to encourage you with a passage of scripture that has been a source of strength for me in these last few days. It is Psalm 11, and in fact I love the whole book of Psalms because in it we find a range of human emotions, from joy and delight to fear and anger and shame and sorrow. And no doubt that in the times that we're living, we are grappling with a myriad of emotions, primarily anxiety and discouragement. Now in Psalm 11, we are greeted right from verse 1 with a decision that David has made. In the Lord I take refuge. Now this is happening at a time when his life is under real threat, and so he has every reason to be afraid. But he says, in the Lord I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings to shoot from the shadows at the upright in heart. And then he asks a pointed question. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? In times of crisis such as we are living right now, we can definitely begin to see or to feel that our foundations are being destroyed, are being shaken, the foundations of society, the foundations of our own personal lives. And we mourn the perceived loss of control of our lives and our future, and we battle uncertainty. So what can the righteous do? Now, David doesn't give us a list of things that we ought to do to either halt or to reverse the circumstances that we find ourselves in. Instead, he simply directs our gaze to where it is most important. Verse 4, the Lord is in his temple. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. In other words, instead of fixing our gaze on the things that we find, the circumstances that we find ourselves in, we ought to be fixing our gaze on the one true God who is above all. In this turmoil, God has not suddenly lost control, nor has he abandoned his throne, the very place of his sovereign rule. God is still seated on the throne, and he is in control not only of the global affairs, but even the affairs of your own personal life. His throne is a throne that cannot be shaken and cannot be destroyed. And so in times of crisis, our only option is to trust in God, the one who is the eternal and firm foundation of our lives. Now I want to leave you with that today and ask you this question. Will you, like David, choose to say, in the Lord I take refuge? Have a wonderful day.